Niaje watu. Welcome or welcome back. This video has been sponsored by Milanote. In this video, I will give you an inside view into how I prepared for and shot a Nike Spec Ad using Milanote. I have been using the Milanote app for about 3 years now, and to be honest, it has truly changed my creative process. And because I will be mentioning Milanote all through the video, I will get started by telling you what it is. Milanote is a tool that you can use to organize your ideas and projects into visual boards. You can add notes, images, links, documents, and many more to help you put all your random thoughts into one visual place. And it doesn't necessarily have to be creative pursuits only. It can fit into all aspects of life. This is especially helpful if you're a visual thinker like me and you like to visualize your ideas in one place so that you can truly understand them and see how you can proceed with them. So I will just show you how I use the Milanote app from pre-production, production, and post-production. So let's get into this. In the pre-production phase, one thing that the Milanote app has truly transformed is how I create my storyboards. Initially, before I started using it, I was only using Pinterest to arrange my ideas, collecting random pictures from here and there, just trying to visualize how maybe my projects would flow. But now using the Milanote app, I can comfortably create storyboards, shortlists, and a variety of other things that I can use during the filmmaking process. Having one place where I can pour in all my ideas in terms of photos, in terms of maybe thoughts, in terms of texts is very, very helpful because it makes it easy to now organize them into something that not only I can understand, but I can also show someone else and they can understand it as well. And this is important for the pre-production process. Having other people understand your process is important because it makes it easier for them to come in and now help you achieve your vision. Now, when it comes to building a storyboard, I use picture cards and text cards that I can create a rough outline from of how the video will flow. I get these images using the inbuilt Pexels image library or using the Milanote web clipper that I can use to save images from any website to my project boards. This storyboard also helps me to see how I can edit together my project even before I start shooting. This is important because it makes it possible to judge the flow and the pacing of the video in advance. Our storyboard is supplemented by a shortlist, a potential shortlist, which just gives me a rough compilation of the shots that I need to capture, including whether it is a close-up shot, a wide shot, or a medium shot, or whether it will be indoors, outdoors, depending on where we are shooting and how we are shooting. Another thing that I can also add to my project boards is music. Having them all in one place makes it easier for me to see how they fit into the project by comparing them with the storyboard that we have. This is important because it makes it easier to have a selection of music beforehand, which also cuts down the time that I have to select music. Hiya bas, let's get dressed and go shoot. So here we are at our location, which is Alpha Fit Gym on Ngong Road. This is my friend Lulu, a CrossFit and fitness lover. I wanted to speak to her before the shoot so that I can learn a bit more about her and her process, and also explain to her what I would want to achieve with this shoot. We started with shots of her warming up, and these are important because they help her to get more comfortable in front of the camera. It is also important because I can start seeing how she operates, her movements, and her form so that I can plan my camera shots and angles accordingly. We also had a production assistant on set just to help us out when we needed a bit more extra light kicking back into her face by holding the reflector up in some shots. Even though I had carried my lighting kit with me on this day, I decided against setting it up because the space was well lit and because we were moving around. I wanted to make the scene feel a little bit less staged. After finishing up with the warm-up, here we were just having some light banter and conversation. and this helps to increase the level of comfort, just to help her relax a bit more, and even just to explain more of what I wanted to achieve. Because we were on location, I used the Milanote app to easily access my shortlist and storyboard. Talking Lulu through the storyboard and shortlist is essential because it helps guide the shoot and ensure that we capture everything we need in as little time as possible. Having both the shortlist and storyboard easily accessible in one place makes it easier for me to explain to Lulu what we wanted to do with each shot and make it possible for us to easily understand each other. This is because the storyboard gives a better visual representation of the ideas that are in my head, and I wouldn't have to just start explaining things from scratch. So we now actually start shooting the spec ad. Always remember to keep an open line of communication with your subject to see how they are feeling or maybe what you can do better. I enjoy shooting in this documentary format where I follow the subject through her paces, sort of acting like a fly on the wall situation. So here we can see myself being the stalker that I am behind the weights. When staging your shots, always remember to direct your subject and be patient with them because they do not understand what is in your head. Now here, we wanted to get a shot of her drinking the water, but actually she needed the water. Now that she had finished working out, we were staging some extra shots that I can use to close off the video. And here, you see me doing a little dance, trying to keep everything lighthearted on set and excite the people around. Back to you in studio. Because we had already created our storyboard in Milanote beforehand, the post-production was a bit easier on this project because I was able to visualize the edited timeline even before I had started shooting. During this process, I had structured and restructured the edit so many times, allowing me to see what works and what doesn't. Now, and even allowing me to see the pacing and maybe how the video will flow. During the editing process, I was able to use the storyboard as a visual reference to build up the base of my edit. I also believe that this helps ensure that I do not miss any shot that we had captured that I feel is important for the edit. Here's a short time lapse of how my edit went. I hope this BTS gives you a better understanding of how I use the Milanote app and how it has helped evolve my creative process, especially being a solo shooter. This means that I have to ensure that everything is properly planned out before I even start shooting, and seeing everything in one place makes it easier for me to know that I have taken care of everything so that nothing falls in between the gaps. If it did, I will leave a link below where you can try out the Milanote app. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and light. I'm like to feel nervous. And to be honest, it has truly. Hiyo thought ilikuwa imeiva. That everything is properly set out.